𝗬𝗂𝗪, the youngest of the 𝗬𝗪𝙧 siblings, a golden-haired princess with intoxicating optimism. Hello, my fellow warriors, and Merry Christmas! Yeah, Hanukkah is kind of over, so we're celebrating Christmas now. Yay! So due to a lot of y'all requests, today I'll be talking about why I hate 𝗬𝗂𝗪. If you are a Lux main or you like Lux as a character, good for you, buddy. I'm really happy for you. This is my opinion. Do not come for my ass. I will throw hands. My issue with Lux stems from many things. Yes, she has one of the most annoying voices in the game, and her laugh is probably used to torture sinners in the 4th circle of hell. Not only she looks and acts like that one annoying religious girl that wants to be friends with everyone, she also got that I'm different from what society depicts as normal backstory, where her biggest struggle is being a mage in a kingdom where it's strictly forbidden while dealing with her bigoted family. Her mother thinks she can fix her through conversion therapy, her brother runs around killing anyone who can hide their thumb, and their dad's sister, aka Aunt Tiana, who is the High Marshal to the king and is also happens to be married to the Demacian KKK leader. Now, knowing how horrible her backstory is, you'd imagine Lux to not have such a naive and carefree type of personality, especially considering the fact this is also a massive secret that no one can find out about. And although not being able to be your true self and having to conceal, not feel, and not let it show is truly tragic, she still has it way better than the rest of the mages in Demacia who get forcefully poisoned and or publicly executed.
And that is because Princess Sparkles over here has a magic power stronger than anything in the world, which is
𝗂𝘁𝗍𝗬. Lux was born to an aristocratic family, the 𝗬𝗪𝙧, a family whose purpose is to protect the king and his family. They're literally the strongest family in the kingdom, so even if someone finds out about her, nothing truly bad will befall her. And to make sure she's truly secure, her brother and aunt are secretly trying to marry her off to 𝗳𝗏, Crown Prince and soon-to-be King of Demacia. Now, Lux doesn't know about her arranged marriage, but she does know that no one will force her to convert. When her mom brought her an annuler, someone who's supposed to extract magic out of you, Lux just said no and stormed off to her room. She can also summon Galio to protect her because last time she was almost dragged to a Demacian mage concentration camp, her Demacian Gundam came to the rescue because apparently she can simply summon him like the way she did in the Warrior cinematic. What a terrible life it is to be a mage and marrying the prince with a petricite protector at my side. The struggle is real. You see, usually when you have characters with powers like those, you would expect them to take action for the greater good and do what's right. Especially when you have this let's hold hands and sing kumbaya personality. But she didn't. And to make things worse, she knew what was happening all along, but ignored it. Imagine you're the daughter of one of the richest families in your kingdom. You have access to all the knowledge and resources you need, and you find out that there are people who are being poisoned in cages. Knowing you have a sheer amount of magical power in a pet colossus, you could save them. Heck, all you gotta do is say,
my brother risked his life in the vanguard. My aunt is a marshal to the High King. And I'll bet none of them know what you got going on here. So open the doors!
And once the guards do that, release everyone and act dumb. I mean, she did that with Silas. So why is this a problem? When she saw what the guards were doing to the mages, she literally gasped. And she knew what they were feeding to the mages, because in the Flesh and Stone story, she mentioned horrible rumors of petricite ground and swallowed in potions, followed by bouts of excruciating pain that she herself never wanted to experience. But when she saw Silas, she completely forgot about the execution next door and instead wanted some
private lessons.
Which I have to admit is kind of relatable because sometimes the sim forces are a little too strong with us. So strong. But the fact they weren't her top priority baffles me. Especially considering the fact she knows exactly what's happening. She was terrified of that happening to her. And although she could stop it, she didn't. Exactly like she chose not to tell the people of 𝗏𝘅borough that their town was actually possessed by Nocturne and not by a mage. Simply because Garen said they don't want understanding, they don't need it. She just went along with it. There was a child mage in that story, little Luca. who ran away scared for his life when he found out he was a mage himself. That kid was so terrified he literally awoke Nocturne from his slumber, who ended up possessing him, murdering shit tons of people through him, and had his neighbor decapitated in a public execution by none other than Garen Crownguard himself. Honestly, what truly blew my mind was the fact that Nocturne called her out on her bullshit. Demacia is a terror to his kind, to your kind. They hated him. Luca knew it. You mortals are always so quick to fear at the things you don't understand. So easy to fan those flames and draw forth the most exquisite visions of terror. He can't hear you. And even if he could, you know he's right to fear what his own people would do if they discover the truth. That he is the very thing they hate, a mage. You, of all people, should know how that feels. I love when villains use brutal honesty as their weapon. Nocturne was the antagonist of the story, a demon, but he understood the situation better than her, and she is an actual mage. She did eventually bring Luca to his mom and told her of the Lightbringers, the same people who taught Lux how to control her powers, so I'ma give her that. But the fact she decided not to tell people the truth pisses me off. And don't even get me started on the—
Oh my god, Silas, how could you attack all these people that were about to watch you get executed for no fucking reason? I thought we were friends. Oh.
Thank God she eventually had her shit together and decided to actually help Silas evacuate the mages from Demacia, because she realized that what he was doing wasn't actually really all that bad. Just the fact they made him into a villain makes absolutely no sense, and I have my boy TB have this entire amazing video where he explains about why it makes absolute no sense, which I agree 100% on. Now when it comes to the rest of the Demacians, some I love, some I'm okay with, and some I absolutely despise. I adore Morgana, Silas, Cytherea, Galio, Quinn, Lucian, Shiv, and Sona, neutral towards J4, Shin, Poppy, and Fiora, strongly dislike the Crown Guards, and absolutely despise Kael and Vayne. Because one is a righteous extremist, and the other is a racist, backstabbing, murderous psycho bitch. Yeah, if you haven't read Vayne's lore, do yourself a favor and do that. Because when I read her lore for the first time, boy oh boy, did she become my #1 most hated champion in League of Legends. If you'd like to check the Lux stories I've mentioned in the video, I leave links to them down below so you can go check them out. And that is all for today. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you'd like to support me and the channel, please check out my Patreon and donation pages. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.